shines on a brand new tune. Voices rise like a bright balloon. We're here to celebrate every chord and key, from the heart of the South to the rolling sea. Crazy wind and country where the fire's alive, but where wind and voices matter, where dreams survive. Sing it loud, sing it strong, sing it true. Crazy wind and country, it's all about you.
Hi fans, welcome to another episode of Crazy Women Country, and today we have, let me get this right, Bronnie Hughes.
Yeah, just Bronnie. Yeah.
Oh, perfect, just Bronnie. There you go. I'm so glad. I know we checked beforehand how to say your name, and I got so carried away, and I'm like, no, I don't know how to say it.
It's all been good. Yeah, I've been called worse, so.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. At least we do try to not insult you, right at the start of the interview, because it's not a good thing. Okay, so the hardest question you're ever going to be asked. Who is Bronnie?
Who is Bronnie?
Yes.
I like that. Well, I am a country-loving, cat-loving, Disney-loving kind of gal.
Oh,
Yeah, I grew up on Disney and musical theater as a kid. Always loved kind of like the rock kind of influences in the musicals, like Rock of Ages, We'll Rock You. Got into rock, then got into country rock. Loves a bit of Aerosmith and all that. And now I'm making country rock music and I love it.
it is. And your music is amazing, I have to say.
Thank you.
I love your hair. The colour is just amazing.
Thank you. That's why I asked you today. I was like, oh, is this being recorded? Because I've literally just washed it because
Oh,
I just
okay.
dyed it today.
It looks amazing.
Got to give it a little revamp, you know.
It's gorgeous. I
Thank you.
couldn't have my hair that long, it would drive me insane, but it is absolutely gorgeous.
Honestly, I molt like a cat. There's just my hair everywhere.
So between you and the cat, it's a competition who molts the most.
Oh yeah. Winter
Oh,
time, it's game on, you know.
I love that. I've got 4 dogs, but luckily 2 of them are short-haired. The other 2, well, one's like a fluffy sheep,
Oh.
and one's got like this huge mane. It just molts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's quite funny. It's quite funny. So I want to talk about your new single, T for Two, which is just amazing. Your voice blew me away. It's
Thank
like you
you.
look at someone and you kind of think, well, what's that? You try and judge, but your voice was just amazing. And I said that rock vibe, I absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. So tell us about T for Two. Where did that come from?
Yeah, so T for two. Sometimes if I'm not on tour in the studio, I'll do TikTok live streams with my band and we'll plug everything in and play a full set like a live stream. And one of my fans was like, "Oh, I really needed to hear." I think it was just one of my songs that we were playing, and she was like, "Yeah, because my boyfriend just I just found out he cheated on me." So everyone in the chat was like, "We got to get him back," and everyone was like, just saying funny things to get back at him. And someone was like, "Oh, you should throw a deadly tea party and poison his ass." And I was like, "That is a song concept.
That is.
Hell yeah." So then right after that, wrote T for Two. And I kind of I like to make music videos in my head. So I was like, okay, I'll have this from the point of view of like it's like Wild West. The saloon owner's wife has just found out he's cheated. She
Yeah.
throws a deadly tea party in the saloon, and yeah, I had the song written in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a quick
I love
one.
it's definitely a great, and that whole theory behind it just being in tea. It's normally like whiskey or something like that, but just a gentle cup of tea with an extra
Yeah,
flavour.
keep it British, you know?
That's what I like. We keep it British. You've got to bring the British through in it, haven't you?
Yeah.
So does that mean you're a tea lover?
Love a bit of tea. Yorkshire tea, the best one.
Awesome. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Everybody we normally talk to, especially if they're American, they're all coffee lovers, and I'm like, I don't like coffee. I love the smell of coffee, but I can't stand the taste.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand it. So yeah. So are you doing a music video for this?
Well, I've just released a lyric video.
Yeah.
And then there's plans for it to be yeah, a full-on music video when I'm back from Nashville.
Perfect. Can't wait to see that. I want to see if your theory of it with writing actually comes into the actual video. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's the plan for sure. Because when I was making the lyric video, um, I got a load of like animation on it, so it is a woman in a saloon, so it is that kind of vibe beforehand, so the fans can kind of get a gist of it.
Cool. Yeah, I love that picture. That the one video I listened to wasn't the lyric video. It was just I think it was just you sat there with a hat. Was that a hat on?
Yeah.
God, make sure I get this right. Get the right song. I listened to so many songs once.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
it's just subtle. I love that. That's very, very cool. Can't wait for that one. Um, so tell me, who are the women in your life that's you look up to?
Oh, I mean, I come from a strong line of women who get what they want, you know. My
That's
mum
good.
is awesome, like my grandma, my nanny, and all my friends as well, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone's there's no messing around.
that's good. We like to hear that. We like to hear that.
Yeah.
What about women in the music industry?
Oh, I love Ashley McBride because she gives the same vibes as my friends. Like, there's just no
She's awesome.
bullshit. Get on with
Oh
it,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
She's just down and out, and that's it. And she does it through her songs as well. A lot of her songs are
Mhm.
kind of like female empowered. So that's quite cool. I love that.
Yeah, she's awesome. One of my friends, Blue, who I write songs with, he won a Grammy because he co-wrote
Oh.
on one of her songs. So big inspiration on that. Oh my gosh, I love old school like Loretta Lynn.
Mm, that's cool.
That's Queen, loving it.
Yeah,
Um, oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, yeah, it sounds cliche, but like Lainey Wilson and Carrie Underwood, I just think
yeah.
they're awesome, like especially performing wise. So like I look up to them a lot when it comes to watching back their live performances, how they interact with the crowd, and just like the stage
Awesome.
show and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I must admit, I've seen some of Carrie Underwood's and she puts on amazing shows.
She
Absolutely.
does. Yeah, her Vegas residency looked insane.
It's amazing. And I don't know how they do it all the time. I just look at them and I'm thinking, I'm so tired. How you
Yeah,
do that all
maybe.
every day, day in, day out. But
A lot of coffee.
a lot of coffee, yeah. They're living on it. I'm living on it. I love that. um, so what about writers? Are there female writers that you look up to?
Ooh, Terry Jo Box is amazing.
Yeah.
So she's like written with like, for songs for Lainey Wilson and Ashley McBride. She's awesome and she hosts a writers round in Nashville called Music
Okay.
Row Freak Show. And
Yeah.
I got to play my very first writers round ever in Nashville, and it was her writers round, which was incredible. Um,
Perfect.
yeah, she's awesome for sure. And then I think a lot of art, like I love Emily Ann Roberts right now. I think she's great. Like her lyrics are amazing.
Yeah.
Her Jack and Jill or Jill and Jack Daniels, Jack and Jill Daniels, the song that she just released is so good. I just think the lyrics in that, she really knows how to tell a story. So I
Yeah.
definitely say her
Which
for
is
sure.
just awesome. That is awesome. I love that. That is very, very cool. Um, so somebody else from the UK, how did you get into country music? Because obviously, especially when I was younger, country music was not something you heard of much. It was all pop and everything else. So trying to find country music was either the old stuff or you had to really, search the record stores for it. We
Mhm.
didn't have internet back then. So yeah, so tell me about that.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously as a kid whose mum didn't love Shania Twain.
Oh God, who
So
didn't?
I was kind of brought up on her and all that, and my dad was in a rockabilly band, so he loved like
Okay.
Stray Cats and Malda May. Like I just love rockabilly music so much. So I've always loved it. I was never like obsessed because I didn't know there was
Yeah, what was
certain
out there?
artists
Yeah,
to listen to. So literally, me as a kid, I was just listening to Britney, Shania, like anyone who was pop, you know. And then it was. I feel like when you're a teenager, you really kind of start to find your music taste.
yeah,
So I
definitely.
found Aerosmith. And like I said, like I love rock and country, and they're like the perfect blend. Like hearing a rock song with harmonicas in, and like it's
So,
just great.
yeah,
So I got into them. Um, and then I don't know, it just happened naturally, I guess. I've always like loved country, but I had no friends who were into country. My parents didn't know, like, didn't listen to
yeah,
George Strait or anyone. So when I was growing up, it was kind of just like
yeah,
Shania, Stray Cats. And it was really like I started songwriting in 2014, and that was a country song. But I wrote the country song, but I didn't have any artists that I would religiously listen to. It was just
Yeah.
natural for me.
Something again. Yeah.
So I quite like that, how like my first song, it just happened to be country, and then from that started getting inspiration. And then it was really Spotify that helped me find all these artists,
Yeah.
because none of my friends really listened to country, but seeing related artists, I was like, oh wait, like, this is insane. So, and then obviously when you had like Carrie Underwood became like a household name, Before He Cheats, last name, that was played on country, not even country radio, like UK radio, wasn't it? Everyone knew that. And
Yeah.
then from that I was like, I think that, that kind of music's what I want to do. And
Yeah.
then it kind of grew.
Definitely. I love that. That's very good. And of course, Shania Twain obviously was country, but she crossed over, so it was really, you know what I mean? It was difficult to know where she was. So, there was a lot of people who probably wouldn't normally like country music, loved her because she was in the pop charts.
Yeah, for sure.
So that, that was
Well,
different.
sometimes you need that. You need someone who's country but going pop to consolidate those fans who are on the edge, and
Yeah.
then bring them into the country scene, and then it grows.
And
So
then show them that country's actually really cool, and it's different now to what it was, back with Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton, and how it's evolved over the years, which is very cool. I must admit, I grew up, well, I was lucky my mum was into sort of no, she was into Patsy Cline and all that, so I heard them, and then I found Reba McEntire, and that was it. I was addicted to Reba.
love Reba, yeah.
Absolutely love Reba. And then it just started growing from there, and it was whatever I could get my hands on. And that was it. I was just
Amazing.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So tell us about your nearly a month in Nashville. What have you got planned?
Yeah, so I got a load of writing sessions, got a load of writers' rounds booked, and then just all my friends are out there. So like some of my closest mates now live there, so we're just gonna be hanging out in Nashville, being inspired. And I was meant to be on a tour, but that ended up getting I couldn't end up being on that one. It was a support one, so I had like a full month free. So I was like, do you know what? Instead of writing songs in England, I'm gonna write songs in America. Yeah, much prefer it over there for sure. And it's great because half of my family are from America. So like in the 1800s, my family like split. So like half went to Colorado and Oklahoma. We happen to stay in this weather, it's already freezing in England. So very jealous of my American side, but it's great because then I'm on the same time zone as them, and I feel closer to them for sure.
You're awesome. I love that. And of course, being in Nashville, you're around the whole music, so it gives you that real buzz and everything else. So that's going to be quite cool. And hopefully you'll be able to see some good acts at the local bars and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
That'd be cool. So after Nashville, what have you got planned for the rest of the year?
Ooh, well, I am finishing recording my album. So T for Two was the third single. The first single was Own Girl, Own World. And that was like my debut country song, and it went down so well. That was number 3 in the country charts.
Wow.
So I think for a first single in the country scene, because I kind of came from rock, and then I was like, this is what I want to do. So that was a really good start for me, being like accepted into the scene. And then T for Two went number 1 in the country scene, which was just mind blowing. So I'm just kind of riding the wave of that, keeping on recording album 2. Pretty much all the songs are demoed, done. So this writing trip is going to be for album 3.
Awesome.
But then it's, I'm ahead of myself.
Yay, we're excited. We're excited. So you're going to spend Christmas in England?
Yeah, with my family. I'm the eldest of 5, so we got a massive family. My granddad's the eldest of 9, so there's just cousins everywhere. So I love it. I love going home for Christmas.
So it's a huge Christmas get together. I love that. So when you say go home, where's home?
Home is the Wirral, so it's like right by Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. I must admit, when I read that you're from Liverpool, I'm like, oh my God, is she going to have this really strong Liverpool accent that I'm not going to understand? But luckily, it's quite a soft accent. You just
I know it can be quite hard. Some of
It
my
is.
friends, they're really scouse and they speak so quick. So I think from touring so much, I've kind of poshened my accent without realizing, just so people would understand me.
so people can understand. I love that. You just made it easy for us to understand. And I'm English, you know what I mean? You always get people, abroad say, I don't understand them. I was like, well, there's so many accents in England that we don't understand ourselves.
Dude, it's crazy.
But that is so funny. I love that. It's so cool. Well, this has been so much fun talking to you. It has. It's been so much fun. So make sure you join us, guys. We've got 20 crazy questions for Bronnie, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. And make sure you check out the links below. You'll be able to find all her music, website, Facebook page, whatever you need to know. It will be there for you.
Sunrise shines on a brand new tune. Voices rise like a bright balloon. We're here to celebrate every chord and key, from the heart of the South to the rolling sea. Crazy women country where the fire's alive, but where women's voices matter, where dreams survive. Sing it loud, sing it strong, sing it true. Crazy women country, it's all about you.